Coming up on KUJH News, tariffs may be hitting your wallet harder than expected at the grocery store.
The University of Kansas is taking away Starbucks locations across campus.
And the Kansas baseball team has a lot to celebrate. Stay tuned.
Welcome to KUJH News. I'm Jack Kenna.
And I'm Alex Wood. Grocery prices are continuing to climb across the United States, and economists say tariffs are the reason behind it. KUJH's Ben Nash tells us why there are higher costs at the checkout line.
Tariffs are designed to protect American industries, but they can also raise prices on imported goods and materials, impacting everyday consumers. The impact is showing up in the cost of basic groceries. Prices for beef have jumped up more than 16% in the past year, while dairy products like butter and milk have been increasing, putting pressure on household budgets.
I don't build a strict budget, but I have noticed that I've had to spend more money towards groceries. Definitely chicken, actually, or maybe meat. And at Hy-Vee, actually, I think it's a little more expensive than Walmart.
College students at KU are among those adapting. Many say they're adjusting their shopping habits, choosing cheaper brands and cutting back on non-essentials.
I mean, it's definitely been much harder with the budgeting and stuff. Since I was a student teacher this year, I didn't get paid, and so having to budget my savings account and on groceries and spending so much more than I normally do, it was definitely very frustrating.
Experts note that tariffs are just one piece of the puzzle. Factors like supply chain, labor costs, and disruption have also contributed to rising prices. As the price of groceries continue to rise, I'm Ben Nash reporting for KUJH News.
Thanks, Ben. Shoppers in Lawrence and across the country are finding new ways to handle their budgets while keeping food on the table.
Well, Alex, if you know anything about the Kansas weather, is that it is completely unpredictable. Our very own weatherman, Aiden Baugh, joins us live in the studio. Aiden, what kind of weather are we in for?
Jack, it's not looking too bad out there today. We've got mostly cloudy skies all across northeastern Kansas, and it's going to stay that way all day today. Plenty of cloud cover, not too much sunshine out there. We are going to be looking. Chance of showers and thunderstorms rolling through later tonight in your evening hours. But that sets us up this weekend for absolutely picture-perfect weather. Talking plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the 60s to 70s, may even be warming up into the 80s. I'll have more coming up in your full forecast in just a bit.
So from what I'm hearing, it is kind of sweatshirt weather outside. Aiden, I don't know what we would do without you.
That's right, Jack. Aiden will always be there to keep us in the loop. The Entrepreneurship Hub is set to begin construction this upcoming summer. KUJH's Clarissa Rodriguez is here to give us a closer look.
This past Friday, the School of Business hosted a ceremonial groundbreaking event to celebrate the KU's Entrepreneurship Hub. The hub is expected to open fall 2027, with classes beginning spring 2028.
Thanks, Clarissa. We're excited to see how this changes campus. For more information, check out thehub.ku.edu.
The relationship between Starbucks and the University of Kansas may come to an end as the Student Senate voted on a resolution urging KU to close shops on campus by the end of 2027 when the company's contract with the university expires. Could this be the last of coffee on campus? KUJH's Emma Noble has the scoop.
According to the National Coffee Association, Americans drink coffee more than any other beverage. Approximately 66% of Americans drink some form of coffee every single day. The popular coffee chain Starbucks came to KU's campus in 2020 amidst a worldwide pandemic. The company now has 9 stores in all corners of campus, but after a resolution passed by the Student Senate, those shops could all vanish by 2027. The bill's purpose is to support the right of workers to unionize and to urge the University of Kansas to partner with local coffee shops instead of chains, allowing a boost in the Lawrence economy rather than to a multi-billion-dollar corporation like Starbucks. The resolution passed by the Student Senate does not automatically mean all Starbucks will close by 2027. It's merely a suggestion to KU administration. For KUJH News, I'm Emma Noble.
We don't know the next steps regarding this resolution until the university releases a statement or comments on what action it plans to take. KUJH reached out to the university for a comment but did not hear back.
Storms from Sunday night and Monday morning forced students to evacuate their scholarship hall. Reporter Catherine Vrana is live from Stevenson Hall.
Yes, Lawrence, Kansas was struck with severe thunderstorms Sunday night and into Monday morning. This caused classes to be canceled on Monday until noon. The thunderstorm also caused damage to this scholarship hall behind me, Stevenson, located on 14th and Alumni Place Drive. Some shingles were taken off due to high wind speeds and hail. Part of the south side of the hall collapsed, which completely exposed the attic. The bricks that fell from the building nearly took off the railing below it. Students had to evacuate immediately during the thunderstorm around 6 a.m. Residents were moved to other on-campus housing facilities and are unsure how long until they will be able to go back to Stevenson. For KUJH News, I'm Catherine Verana.
Thanks, Catherine. The majority of damage around Stevenson Hall has been cleared, as well as along campus. Luckily, there are no more thunderstorms in the forecast for the rest of the week. After the break, Aiden will be here with more weather.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back to KUJH News. Now, Alex, Mother Nature hasn't been too kind to us lately, has she?
That's right. All of this bad weather has me wondering what our weekend plans will look like. Aiden, what do we have in store?
Alex, it's going to be looking beautiful outside this weekend. Here right now in Lawrence, 59 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. We're looking to be warming up into the highs in those mid to low 60s today. We do have a slight chance. Showers, thunderstorms picking up later this evening. That's after 5 o'clock until about 8. We could see an isolated shower roll through the area, a few rumbles of thunder. Not out of the question with that. Let's take a look. Temperatures all across northeastern Kansas. We're hanging around in those 60s, in those upper 50s as well right now. Going to be warming up over the course of our day. We're going to take a look. Her forecast model today, folks. Let's look at what it has for us. This is for later this evening for the time frame we're looking at. And if you see that loop as it makes its way through, it's pretty isolated. Any kind of showers or thunderstorms, it doesn't even have them really reach in Douglas County right above my thumb. Just a few light sprinkles, some rumbles of thunder. Not out of the question. It's a little bit uncertain with this model, but I would say you may want to pack a jacket if you're heading out this evening. We're taking a look at our evening planner. 63, remaining at 63 all the way until 6 o'clock. Then once that sun starts to set, that's when our temperatures start dipping down into the 50s. Overnight lows down in your 40s, your 30s. Tomorrow, though, 63 degrees out as well. Plenty of sunshine to go around. It's a 5-star Friday out there for you, folks. You couldn't ask for much better weather. 7-day forecast. Let's take a look at it here. We're warming up into the 60s, and then we're up into the 80s by this weekend. Plenty of sunshine to go around for everyone. Take a look at that. Saturday night, 45 all the way up into 80 on Sunday. Chance of showers and thunderstorms return Tuesday and Wednesday. We're still going to be remaining in our 70s, though. So it's not looking too bad out there, Alex. Plenty of sunshine this weekend. Light chance of showers and thunderstorms rolling through next week.
Thanks, Aiden. I don't know about you, Jack, but I'm ready to trade these April showers for some sunny days in May.
Absolutely. As the world turns its attention to the World Cup, athletes representing countries like Algeria aren't just competing on a global stage, but communicating on one as well. KUJH's Clarissa Rodriguez looks at how communication plays a key role during the biggest tournament in sports.
The World Cup brings nations, fans, and athletes together from across the globe. But for many athletes, this also means being far away from home. With matches played across different countries and time zones, Staying connected with family takes effort.
Algeria is 6 hours ahead in Central Time and 8 hours ahead in Pacific Time.
Players and families rely on apps like WhatsApp to share moments in real time, even from thousands of miles away.
I know that when I communicate with them, they use WhatsApp a lot because it automatically translates. So I'm assuming, it seems like that's kind of what the app they use in Algeria. So I would assume they're probably going to continue to communicate that way, I would think.
Those conversations are more than updates. They provide support, motivation, and a sense of home during high-pressure moments. Even from afar, family remains part of every pass, every goal, and every moment on the world stage.
For KUJH News, I'm Clarissa Rodriguez.
No matter the distance, the World Cup continues to connect families across continents.
As another way to make Algerian soccer players feel at home, a local artist is creating a reminder of home right here in Lawrence. KUJH's Alex Moore was there to see how this was made possible.
If you walk across the bridge from Daisy Hill, you will find a unique type of mural being created in the grass at the Lead Center. Stan Hurd, a earthworks artist and a Lawrence native, plans to make the mural over 130 feet wide by 80 feet tall, covering a total of over 10,000 square feet when the whole thing is said and done. Beyond just the reminder of home this will give Algerians, it also serves to show how inclusive Lawrence residents are with new cultures. Mr. Hurd has done artwork for many different events throughout the United States and even the world. Some of the well-known art the team has been able to create includes a piece in Texas based on U.S. and Mexico relationships and a 2-year-long project in China. Stan and his team plan to have the artwork completed just before the first World Cup games begin in June. They also hope to have a large gathering of the local community to recreate the flag using colored t-shirts. Reporting for KUJH News, I'm Alex Moore.
Thanks, Alex. If you would like to check out some of his other works, go to stanhurdworks.com to see the latest.
A proposed downtown development is drawing strong reactions from the Lawrence community. The city is considering replacing a downtown parking lot with new apartment buildings as the need for housing continues to grow. But the Mass Street business owners and employees are not a fan of the idea. KUJH's Savannah Lawson joins us live from the site. Savannah?
That's right, guys. This spot here between New Hampshire Street, this spot here on New Hampshire Street between Java Break and Leroy's Tavern is at the center of a city development that could change parking into a brand new apartment complex. I spoke with a member of the Affordable Housing Advisory Board, along with workers en masse, about what this can mean for the downtown community.
The lot, located between popular downtown spots like Java Break and Leroy's Tavern, currently offers 2 free-hour parking. The Affordable Housing Advisory Board wants to use this space to build a 6-story apartment building. This is an effort to offer more affordable housing for residents 55 and up. However, business en masse feels as though they have no voice in the decision.
I'm concerned that they're not taking the concerns of the local business owners in the area seriously at all. I'm a little concerned that it's not going to have the positive impact that they're saying on the economy and things like that.
Employees say parking is already limited and losing more could make it harder for customers and workers to access downtown.
I think the biggest problem with it is that there's already not much parking in downtown Lawrence, especially for employees in downtown Lawrence. We only have the space in the alleyway, and if there's ever a delivery truck or anything like that, I have to find somewhere else to park. That somewhere else typically being the 2-hour lot.
Mark Bueller, a member of the Affordable Housing Advisory Board, says he recognizes these concerns, but emphasizes that affordable housing is a priority for the city.
I know that there are parking issues. Housing is something we need, and affordable housing is also something we need.
For the project to continue, it still needs to reach City Commission to grant the land. This means that things are still up in the air as City Commission has the final say. For KUJH News, I'm Savannah Lawson.
As the city weighs the need for parking over housing and accessibility, this proposal is likely to remain a topic of debate. Reporting in downtown Lawrence for KUJH News, I'm Savannah Lawson.
Thank you, Savannah. As a college student myself, some more affordable housing doesn't seem like a terrible idea.
Coming up on KUJH Sports, we'll swing into the success of the Kansas baseball team and have all the updates on the NBA playoffs. Stay tuned.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome back to KUJH Sports. I'm Tyler Brewer, and I'm here to give you all the latest on KU athletics and beyond. Breaking news first, coming out of Allen Fieldhouse, the #1 recruit in the nation in the class of 2026, Tyron Stokes, has officially committed to the University of Kansas for the upcoming season. Stokes turned down offers from both the Universities of Kentucky and Oregon to come play for Bill Self and the Jayhawks. More news out of Allen. The KU women's assistant coach, Brock McGinnis, has been promoted to be the new assistant head coach. McGinnis has been with the program since 2019, working in their player development. Staying on the hardwood, but moving to the NBA with some news out of Minnesota. In Game 4, the Timberwolves guard Dante DiVincenzo tore his Achilles, ending his season. And Anthony Edwards is expected to miss 1 to 4 weeks with a bone bruise. Jude Gussie will have more on the playoffs soon. Swinging back to KU, the Kansas women's golf team placed at the Big 12 championship last weekend, finishing a 3-round score of 25 over par at 889. The men's team is also just wrapped up their Big 12 tournament last night, where they placed 5th overall, finishing +10 after 4 rounds. Kansas baseball is nearing the end of the regular season, and it has been a very successful season, to say the least. But KUJH's Trevor Burns is live at Hoagland Ballpark to give you the update on the KU baseball team. Trevor?
That's right, Tyler. The Jayhawks have some momentum coming into the series this weekend. This is the second to last home series of the season, taking place right here at Hoagland Ballpark. Well, they are looking good for it, sweeping Kansas State this past weekend and run-ruling Wichita State just this last Tuesday. It's safe to say the momentum has never been more in the Jayhawks' favor coming down the stretch.
Kansas baseball is getting ready to wrap up their season, but this hasn't been one to forget. In Kansas's 4th year under head coach Dan Fitzgerald, they're primed to be in a position they've never been in before, the chance to host a regional in their own backyard. The Jayhawks have already broken their program record for Big 12 wins in a row with a total of 6, and are currently on pace to make it to their 2nd NCAA tournament appearance in the past 2 years for the first time since the 1993 to 1994 seasons. The team has reached a 30-game win mark this season, making it the 3rd time in a row, and that hasn't been accomplished since the 2008 to 2010 seasons. If there's one thing that stands out this year, it's records being broken. But you can't break records without taking things one game at a time.
I mean, it was a good week last week, but honestly our focus now is just keep winning games, keep giving us an opportunity to put us in a good spot come the rest of the season.
Kansas took down all 4 regional opponents for the first time ever. After beating Wichita State on Tuesday, they are a combined 9-0 in those games, with 3 run-rule victories. It's safe to say that Kansas isn't showing signs of slowing down anytime soon. With Arizona, West Virginia, and BYU being the last remaining Big 12 tests for the Jayhawks, it's no cakewalk down the stretch. West Virginia is only sitting 1 game back from being either 2nd or 3rd in the Big 12. meaning their set against Kansas next weekend is make or break for the Mountaineers. But before we get to next weekend, the Jayhawks have another test against Arizona this weekend at home to hopefully bring the Jayhawks win streak to double digits.
If there's one theme from this season, it's record breaking. Well, the Jayhawks hope to break one more record and come home with some hardware at the end of the season. Reporting live from Oakland Ballpark, I'm Trevor Burns.
Thank you, Trevor. Moving from the field to the track, if you've been keeping up with the Kansas track and field team, you may have noticed how different this season has been compared to last season. KUJH's Grant Shear explains how the Jayhawks have been able to persevere through a complex season.
That's right. This season is drastically different compared to seasons past. One of the biggest differences is taking place this week. Because the Kansas Relays were canceled last year, well, kinda. One of the biggest events of the year for Kansas athletics, the Kansas Relays, has been going on over the last 100+ years. And this year, they are deciding to switch the relays to an Olympic-style meet, happening every 3 to 4 years rather than every year. The university hopes that this will build hype around the relays. Now, in the meantime, the relays are being replaced by the Rock Chalk Classic, which just so happens to take place tomorrow and Saturday. The unique part of the meet is the fact that it will be a part of the World Athletics Continental Tour Challenge event. This means that professional and alumni athletes can compete in certain events and earn cash prizes. Now, collegiate athletes won't be eligible due to NIL, but the competition will definitely benefit. Now, another hurdle that the Jayhawks have had to face all season has been less than ideal weather conditions. From windy meets at the Stanford Invitational, the wind might help an event like the 100-meter, but it hurts almost every other event. But worse than wind, rainy meets during the Battle on the Bayou that affect the traction of the track, not to mention the cold temperatures with the rain. Now, even with all these different things going on this season, the Jayhawks have still prevailed. From an NCAA champion to 6 All-Americans, countless gold medal finishes, a handful of school records broken, and individual PRs left and right. The Kansas track and field team is a gritty, determined, and tested team, but are they ready for potentially the biggest challenge of the season? With Algeria coming into Rock Chalk Park for the World Cup, the Kansas track team, as well as the other teams that call this place home, have to find another place to practice with much of their season still to go. Jason Booker, KU's athletic director for external affairs, believes the team will be best prepared wherever they practice.
The good news is tracks are tracks, right? I mean, it's certainly what their comfort is. But pole vault pits are the same, the long jump pits are the same, different environment, but I don't think it will impact them much.
In the meantime, the Jayhawks are making the most of this hectic season and continuing to persevere and continue to shine. For KUJH Sports, I'm Grant Shear.
Thanks, Grant. Algeria is set to arrive in May, and after they arrive, the Jayhawks will be heading over to Baker University to practice for the upcoming NCAA championships. In the meantime, make sure to check out the Rock Chalk Classic tomorrow and Saturday at Rock Chalk Park. Moving over to the hardwood, though, the NBA playoffs are in full swing, and we're nearing the end of the first round. KUJH's Jude Gussie is live in studio with everything you need to know.
That's right, Tyler. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs is wrapping up for some teams and heating up for others. Now, one of the biggest surprises has been the Orlando Magic, who were a massive regular season disappointment, finishing as the 8th seed after preseason projections within the top 4. Now, the Eastern 1-seed Pistons are smashing the panic button as Orlando jumped out to a quick 3-1 lead, but last night we saw a pulse as Detroit snagged a win, extending the series and heading to Game 6. Now, one of the main storylines in the West hasn't been who's on the floor, it's been who's off of it. The Lakers are missing 60 points per game with Luka and Reeves managing injury, and Kevin Durant has now missed 3 games in this series for the Rockets. Even with Reeves returning last night, the Lakers couldn't send Houston home. LA leads the series 3-2. And the Spurs, staying in the West, have already punched their ticket to the second round and will face the winner of the premier first-round series between heated rivals Minnesota and Denver. These two teams can't stand each other, making the series that much more entertaining. Now, take a listen to what Minnesota's Jaden McDaniels had to say after Game 2.
Go out for Jokic, Jamal, all the bad defenders, Tim Hardaway, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, the whole team. Like, just go at them.
They're all bad defenders.
Yeah, they're all bad defenders.
The Wolves backed up their talk, winning the next 2 games, but it came at a cost. Both Dante DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards suffered injuries in Game 4, shutting them down for the series and changing the dynamic moving forward. Because of this, Denver was able to bounce back with a gritty win Monday night, but the Wolves have a chance tonight to close out the series at home. As you can tell, I could talk about this for hours, but we don't have time for that today. Tyler?
Thank you, Jude. Tonight looks to be another fun night in the NBA. I know I'm going to be glued to my seat. Coming up after the break, KUJH's weather forecaster Aiden Baugh has one final look at the weather, and we can check on One Day 1KU event. and an inside look at the community event hosted by the KU baseball team.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back to KUJH. We have just enough time to see our favorite weatherman, Aiden Baugh, one last time. Now, Aiden, the Omahawks are back at Hoagland this weekend. How's the weather look down at the ball field?
Jack, it's going to be pretty awesome outside. We've got a high on Friday, 62 degrees, 64 on Saturday, game time slated for 2 p.m. afternoon, 71 degrees and sunny on Sunday. Now, 71, that's not your high. That's for game time. A high of 80 degrees on Sunday. So it's going to be warming up very quickly on Sunday. Winds not too much, a little bit on Sunday. May get a little bit windy, a little bit breezy out there, folks. But it should be a great weekend to go outside, enjoy the baseball, folks. That's all I've got for you. Coming up, we got a little bit more. Jack?
Well, you heard it from the best. If you guys plan to go down and catch some games this weekend, make sure to check the forecast.
This week marked One Day 1KU, the University of Kansas 24-hour fundraising campaign supporting both KU and the University of Kansas health system. Held this past Tuesday and Wednesday, the initiative encourages Jayhawks near and far to contribute to programs and priorities that matter most to them. Donations support a wide range of areas across campus and the health system, helping strengthen student experiences, academic programs, and patient care. While final totals have not yet been released, organizers say the campaign is about uniting Jayhawks in support of the university and its mission.
Now, in the midst of a historic season, Kansas baseball is making an impact off the field as well. The Jayhawks hosted an event Monday night through an NIL partnership with The Good Game to spend some more time with some special supporters.
Kansas baseball, in partnership with The Good Game, hosted a Meet the Players event at Hoagland Ballpark on Monday.
The Good Game is a platform that connects coaches, trainers, organizations to parents and athletes and allows them to interact freely.
Based here in Lawrence, The Good Game is an official NIL partner of KU Athletics. They run events, camps, and private bookings for athletes while allowing them to secure an NIL partner and grow closer with the community.
Just, we're out here giving KU baseball the opportunity to connect with the community, giving the young fans an opportunity to come and interact with the players on a deeper level than they would just sitting in the stands.
Monday's event featured autographs, Q&As, and all kinds of on-field activities for the kids and players to engage in together.
I mean, for me, it's huge, just being able to give back to the kids. I mean, they come out and support us. And, some of Fitz's biggest things are just have humility, and I think this is a great opportunity to show, their team's character.
Kansas baseball has continued to prove their worth on the field, but off the field, the Jayhawks are just as special.
I think we have a great relationship. They do a lot for us, and hopefully we can keep doing events like this to get more kids out here and more people involved with the program.
What started as a local business, The Good Game is making waves in Lawrence and around the country.
Allow the community to basically register for as many camps as they want at the touch of a button. Super easy, super simple.
For KUJH, I'm Gabriel Steigers.
Founded right here in Lawrence in 2023, The Good Game plans to continue hosting similar events with teams all around campus.
Well, that's all we have for you this morning. Check out KUJH on TikTok and Instagram for exclusive content and keep up to date on the latest stories at KUJHNews.com. I'm Alex Wood.
And I'm Jack Kennett. KUJH News will be back next Wednesday at 4 p.m. for the Senior Show. Make sure you guys have a great rest of your week.